Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. My name is Acting Relic, and welcome to the final E3 discussion video. So, today we will be going over the final major conference that happened, which was the Nintendo conference. So, to begin, if I were to describe this in words, it would be the meh Amiibo conference, because that's kind of what happened. If you were to rank them, it goes Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. And you'll see why Nintendo wasn't as good. So they started off with, of course, their digital event is different because it's not live. It's pre-recorded and put out as a video. So they started off with, last year the gimmick was doing sort of Robot Chicken style stop motion and a bit of clay animation. This time they went for a Muppets style, which was kind of cool. It looked really amusing at times, and they did a whole bunch of wacky fun gimmicks with it. There was a bit of trouble with it for me, because here's the thing. The Muppet that looked like President Iwata looked fine. Iwata looked pretty much like Iwata. Reggie looked reasonably like Reggie, a Muppet version of Reggie. But then they got to Miyamoto, the creator of Mario, and Miyamoto's a nice guy. He is aged video game creator, Japanese video game creator, and that's what he should look like. His Muppet version looked like Michael Jackson if he had been hit in the face with a sledge. I don't know what the fuck they were planning with that Muppet. It looked weird. But they did this funny gimmick where they were all preparing to read their lines, their Muppet versions were, and then Miyamoto goes to look down at his page, and suddenly he comes up and he has a fox nose. And then they turn over to, I think, Iwata, and he had rabbit ears. And then they go over to Reggie. Reggie coughs, and suddenly he has blue falcon feathers. And then slowly, throughout a minute or so, they all transform into the three mains from Star Fox, which of course leads up to Star Fox, the new Star Fox game that they showed a brief image of in last year's conference. So it is called Star Fox Zero. It looks like a Star Fox game. I've never played any Star Fox games. I know they're really fun. This one looks just as good. Better graphics. There's a lot more play with switching modes in this. So they showed off a bit of the classic Landmaster tank that transforms into a heavier flying vehicle. They showed off a hover mode of one of the spaceships where it has sort of jet propulsions on the edge. And they also showed a walker mode. So kind of imagine the two-legged walkers from the sixth film, episode 6 of Star Wars. I'll of course link all these pictures in. It looks fun. There's going to be what seems to be a first-person perspective with the gamepad, and what you're going to be able to do is use the internal gyros of the gamepad to essentially control your movement instead of having to use control sticks. Personally, I just want to play it on the Pro Controller because the Pro Controller is a really good controller. So, yeah, Star Fox Zero. I think it's fourth quarter of this year, so holiday this year. Yeah. And then sadly, that was really only the big announcement that really happened, because a lot of other stuff was just middling, and a lot of Amiibo stuff, which is okay when they were building games to say, oh, this is getting Amiibo support, because right now I don't have that much to use my Amiibos for. Like, they're cool, but I'd like to be able to use these things that I paid not an insignificant amount of money for. Plus, there are still ones I'd like to collect. But anyways, they are making 2 new Bowser. They're making a Bowser and a Donkey Kong amiibo that also have crossplay ability in the new Skylanders game, so you can switch them back and forth from Skylander to amiibo if you want to use them. Yeah. And then they showed off a new co-op Zelda game called Zelda Triforce Heroes. It is, I think the last one that was kind of like this was Zelda Four Swords, I think it was, where you had the different colors. Instead of 4-player co-op, it's now 3-player co-op. Because you have normal green Link, red Link, and blue Link. You can play 3-player co-op, or you can play on your own with 2 AIs. And they are also switching it out so that you don't have equipment. You switch outfits to have new abilities. So you switch into the bomb outfit to use the bombs. You switch into... There's probably outfits for each of the items. So, yeah, looks good. They are patching in... Well, they are making a 3DS port of Hyrule Warriors for first quarter of 2016. Pretty much it's going to be Hyrule Warriors, which I know is pretty awesome, and I still have to get it for my Wii U because it actually looks like a lot of fun. They are patching it in with all the DLC comes with it, plus 2 additional Wind Waker DLC characters, which, yeah, that's good if you want to get that. Then they did, in fact, actually show some Metroid off, but it's just what seems to be generic Metroid with, like, just some random guys in power armor. It's called Metroid Prime Federation Force, which just seems to be just generic missions and shoot the dudes, and also packaged with it is Metroid Prime Blast Ball. They showed off a little more of Fire Emblem Fates, which is the new Fire Emblem game. Not too much more that they showed off. Talked a bit more about Fire Emblem Cross Shin Megami Tensei, which is probably the game that I will get out of all that, just because I'm getting more into anime stuff, and that's anime, because Atlas knows how to make anime games, and the art looks nice. There's 2 different sets of artists, because there's the artist for the characters, and the artist for, like, their shadow demon things, and then, of course, the music seems to be idol music, I think. So, yeah, looks good. Okay, and then they showed a bit more of Xenoblade Chronicles X. I've never played any Xenoblade game, but Chronicles X looks interesting, to say the least. Could be fun. Then they moved on to more Animal Crossing stuff, which just seems to be... I don't know. I don't get Animal Crossing. It just... And the new game they're making is Happy Home Designer, which is coming out September 25th. I don't get it. I don't get the appeal. I imagine if I play one, I might. But it just seems to be Sims-ish, but with really adorable animal characters and whatnot. But I don't know. Could be fun. And Happy Home Designer is just house making. That's all you do. They are making 4 new Animal Crossing amiibos that are going to be playable with something called Amiibo Festival, which is essentially Mario Party but with Animal Crossing characters, and hopefully more, because I play Mario Party where I can have all the characters from Smash in there. That'd be fun. They showed off a bit more of Yoshi's Woolly World. Looks cool. Coming out October 16th, 2015. They actually have decent Amiibo support where if you tap down, say, the Amiibo of Samus, Yoshi turns into the colors of Samus, which I think is a good way of doing it. Showed off a bit of the game called Yokai Watch, which seems to be just a different variant of Pokemon. I don't know. Apparently it's cool. Apparently people like it. So, Yokai Watch, Holiday 2015. New Paper Mario and Super Mario RPG crossover game, which is Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. If someone rebuilds that trailer to have the Space Jam theme put over top of it, I will give them a goddamn award, because that would be awesome. New Mario Tennis for 2015 holiday. Looks cool. It's Mario Tennis, and Nintendo Tennis is always fun. I liked Wii Tennis. It was fun. How much more? It's right to there. And then the final thing of the night was Mario Maker. Mario Maker and Star Fox are really the only two that I'm really excited for out of all these, until I can actually see like stuff for them, because Mario Maker just looks like a fun creation tool where you build your own Mario levels, and now they've added in Amiibo support, which is you tap your Amiibo figure and whatever Amiibo it is transforms Mario into that character. So they showed off Link, Luigi, Wii Fit Trainer, and a couple others. So that'd be down for that, especially considering people will probably do that for Mega Man and just build Mega Man levels in Mario. I think that'd be pretty awesome. And I've seen what you can do with that game in the way of building Mario levels. Like for the Nintendo World Championships, the finals were in Mario Maker, trying to beat 3 courses and then beat the New Super Mario Brothers for Wii U, which was pretty cool, and there's a lot of potential. There's a lot of bullshit you can do, and you can make some fucking twistedly hard maps for that game. So yeah, it's Star Fox, Mario Maker, and maybe a couple others. I don't know. I think the big thing about this is they didn't show off any more of the new Zelda game that's coming out, and they don't have any more Platinum stuff ready to show, because they're not there's been no announcement as to whether or not Wonderful 102 is being made. By the way, the better title for that is Wonderful 1001, because that would be fucking insane to instead of control 100 people, control 1,000 people. Like that, I think that would be pretty goddamn awesome. Anyways, yeah, just I wanted a date for Zelda, because I'm actually kind of interested in this new Zelda game, because it looks more like Dark Souls in the way that you explore and figure things out. And yeah, but Star Fox is cool. I was happy to see that they finally announced that it's going to be coming out soon, but just not a lot of announcements. Like, Xbox had at least a couple announcements to it where it's like, oh, here's the thing you've been wanting for a while. Like they gave Rare their own set of games, and they gave they're having the Metroid team make a game for them, and so on and so forth, and let's even talk about the amazingness that was the Sony conference of just all the fantasy stuff that we never believed could happen will be coming. So, some cool stuff, and I'm happy to see that Amiibos are actually getting more than just like 1 or 2 games to them, because don't get me wrong, Amiibos for Smash are fun, especially when you start using them as pseudo gambling chips, but I'd like more to use them with, because I think you can do a lot with these little things, because you have a programmable AI within the goddamn thing. So, anyways, Star Fox, Mario Maker, maybe Xenoblade Chronicles X were the only really ones that kind of interested me. I wish there had been new Zelda details, but nothing yet. Hopefully they'll have like another Nintendo Direct soon after this to say, okay, here's all the stuff we couldn't show you yet because it wasn't ready. Yep. So that closes off E3. I was watching a bit of a recap of the PC conference today, and fucking nothing happened. Like, it's nearly 3 hours long, and all but nothing appeared in it. The biggest thing out of it is fucking Killer Instinct is coming to PC, probably for, but probably not till Windows 10, but fuck, you're gonna be able to make KI look even better than you can on Xbox One. So yeah. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next time.